Look, we'd love to finish in the top two. So for us, tomorrow's game is just as important as the other 15 games. And we've certainly been taking it one game at a time since the start of the tournament, so tomorrow's no different. Look, I suppose it could be difficult for them, but they could also use that as motivation, to finish the tournament on a high. And then look, they've got some very good individual players in that team, and if you're not careful, or if we're not fully focused, the 2020 format is almost designed for one or two players in a team to do well, and if one or two players in any team do well, it's very difficult to beat that team. So we've got to be on our game and highly focused for tomorrow's match. Look, to be honest, I'm not sure. Look, to be honest, we haven't actually set ourselves targets at any of the grounds we've gone to. We've assessed that as we've got going. We play on a wicket at home where it's probably not big scores. There have been one or two big scores, so it's a little bit difficult to say the day before a game how the wicket's going to play. It's one of those things you've got to start the game and assess it as you progress through the 20 overs. Yeah, well, look, I think Mendes and Narayan are probably the two more similar. They both flick the ball out to get the ball to go the opposite way. So that makes them a little bit different to Murali. Both of those players are very early in their career, and Murali's obviously right at the end of his career. So I'm sure those two boys would love to have half the career that Murali has had. They've got a lot of hard work in front of them. But I'm sure they're keen enough and they're smart enough to keep improving, and they'll have to do that. The world's best batters have got a habit of working bowlers out. That's what makes them good. So I'm sure that they'll have challenges in front of them, and Sunil definitely in the next year or two. But as I said, I think he's a good enough player that he'll continue to improve as well. First time for a few games we've got everyone available, so which is nice. Makes our job difficult when we've got everyone available, and a number of guys will be unlucky to miss out. Yes, although they did enough for us in the last game, on what seemed like a good wicket, but seemed to be, but in effect was a difficult wicket. All of the batters in the whole game. I don't think there was 150 in the match, but it was the middle order and lower order that got us to a decent score. Those guys in the middle order, sometimes it can be difficult. If you're a little bit out of form and your top order scoring runs, it's a little bit difficult to get into form when you can only bat for a few overs. So we've done more than enough. We've had 9 wins at this stage, so you can't really be negative about their impact. I think someone like Yusuf has looked a lot better in the last week or two. He's looked a lot more confident in the nets. He has made a 40 and a 20 in the last 2 or 3 matches. So hopefully he's hitting his stride in the lead up to the semi-finals. Well, look, that'd be perfect from our point of view if we can win tomorrow's match and stay here and prepare for the following match, and obviously having played a match on the wicket and see how it plays. I'm sure that will be some sort of an advantage that we'll be trying to take advantage of tomorrow in tomorrow's game by winning tomorrow's match. Yeah, well, we had a run of 6 matches in a row plus a draw where we pretty much had the same team. I think when you can get that combination right, those players start to produce a combination and a winning feeling amongst themselves out in the ground, and I think that's one of the bonuses of being able to keep the same team. Obviously, with 1 or 2 changes here and there to suit maybe the wicket that you're playing or the opposition, but primarily I think it's the best if you can keep pretty much the same team for as long as possible. Look, we haven't had any trouble at all keeping our players motivated. we've been, apart from the first couple of matches, we've been towards the top of the competition for most of it, and the guys are very much looking forward to trying to win this competition. And when you're in that type of a situation, it's a lot easier to keep the guys motivated to practice and to do well. So, as I said, we haven't had too much of a problem from that point of view. Look, to be honest, we've got no problems with the younger boys, and that's all I'm going to say on that.